What up, y'all? How y'all doing this evening? Hey, man, I'm sorry. I scheduled a chat, a live. I don't know why it wouldn't let me. Uh, hell, I don't know why it wouldn't let me click on it. So I had to come just make one. So y'all may have to click off the other one. That's on me, man. I'm still learning about this stuff, man. Wait around, see if anybody show up. What's up, my man? How you doing? Hey, you asked me about that crypto, man. Yeah, I think if you got the money to play to mess with it, yeah, I would get in on it. I can tell you this. I know this for a fact. Um, Not so much crypto, but AI. I know that Donald Trump, him and his kids, they went all in, bro, on all these AI companies. So that tells you right there that they gonna hit, because you know how them folks are. They not gonna lose no money. They not. But yeah, man, I bought some Bitcoin one time at 32,000, and it went straight down to 29,000. I sold it. Now it's like 130,000. What's up, Stephen Cope? How you doing, brother? All right, man. I ain't got the money to play it, but yeah, stay with it, man. Hey, tear them up, hit them for a lick, get that money and get out of there. Hey, I feel you. Just in case, how you doing, bro? Matthew, what's up, brother? Good to see you too. Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you what, y'all some good people, man. Y'all good subscribers, man. I love the way y'all cut up and give me feedback. Y'all talk to me, man, just like y'all been knowing me forever, for real. And I like that. You know what I mean? It's good for real, man. Good. It's brought a lot of good into my life. So thank y'all, man. Y'all good folk. I don't care what your mama says about you. uh, so what's up, man? Y'all, what's popping in the world? Man, I tell y'all what I seen a while ago. Y'all tell me what you think. I seen a dude from New York that's gonna win the mayor race. The guy that believes in socialism or whatever. And I think the guy's heart is in the right spot, but he's saying that he gonna give everything's gonna be free. And you know, you figure out, hey, how you gonna give everything for free? You know what? Where's it going? The money gonna come from? And they're talking about taxing the rich, but Florida has already messed New York up on that. And during COVID, Florida told those New York business people, hey, come down here to Florida. We'll give you a good tax rate, you know, a third of what they charging you in New York. So all the big business are going to leave New York. And I don't see how they still going to be able to fund everything free. But anyway, we'll see it play out. And but that dude's definitely going to win. Yeah, man, Alabama Solution was a heck of a documentary. And man, my friend Lil Devin, he was at Donaldson. He knows the old man Robert Earl. Because I was telling him about the documentary, and I was like, it was at your camp, bro. I was like, they beat up old Robert Earl, and he was like, the old man. I said, yeah, and he was so. My homeboy Devin knowed him. But what's up, Blake? How you doing, Trip? How y'all doing, man? Shout out to everybody, man. Let's see. Papaya Genetics. I hear you. I ain't never heard of that, but rock on, brother. Let's see. Yeah, man. Believe it or not, man, I started this thing out. I didn't know what I was doing, man. I just started talking on this TV on this video, and next thing you know, man, I got nearly 2,000 people, and everybody gives me good feedback, says they enjoy, you know, listening to me or whatever. So I just keep telling y'all. I mean, I appreciate it's good. What's up, skydiving? Can you get the no, man, not in Alabama. Alabama's now they some states that you can get conjugal visits. Alabama's not one of them. Yeah, you ain't getting only Yeah, only thing getting hit in Alabama prisons, them boys. Yeah, they won't let your old lady. They won't even let you get close to your old lady in the visitation room, man. I mean, they'll let you get a hug or something, but they don't even really want to let you like sit and hold hands across the table or whatever, you know. Yeah, man. I don't. That's on y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I actually read where it takes like it usually takes around a couple years to get a couple thousand subscribers, and I was like, dang, man. Like, so, man, yeah, it's on y'all. Y'all the ones make it happen, man. And I try to, man, I take a different approach than every other YouTuber, man. Like, I don't even ask for likes. You know what I mean? Like, I just talk to y'all. And um, man, I was going to do a video on the Whitakers, man. No, I seen a thing where I didn't watch it all, so I don't want to sit here and tell a lie or whatever. But I did see pieces. Mark Lyda come out and told some stuff that hadn't been told about the Whitakers and stuff. I didn't watch all of it, but I did see the beginning of it. And apparently, the Whitakers they're smarter than they claiming to be, and that money they spend that money. They know what they doing. Like they got everybody fooled. Was what I took from it. Because Mark said he was getting Mark Lyda gave him over $150,000. Now Patrick and all them, I don't know what they did, but I know for a fact Mark Lyda he got the receipts where he gave him 150 grand, you know. And if look, they ain't got nothing to show for. So I mean, I don't know what they would spend it on unless you know everybody says BJ spent it on dope, but I'm gonna tell you what, that's a lot of dope, boy. I used to make dope. $150,000 worth of meth, boy. That's if you did that much, you a hardcore. Hey, give it up, son. But yeah, I made a video one time, and man, I got that I got about 8,000 views off of it, man. And it's funny because I didn't even have nothing to do with it, and there was a beef going on at the time between a couple of YouTubers, and I just made a video and put Whitaker Family Update, and everybody jumped on it, and I was like, okay then, and yeah, and it really wasn't even a couple of them YouTubers got mad at me about it, but I was like, whatever, man. Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, hey man, if y'all want to smash the thumbs up, hey, that's cool with me. If y'all don't, it ain't. Hey, it's all good, man. I appreciate Crypto Man, old man. I know he throw me a couple little old supers, man. I appreciate that, bro, for real. Shout out to you, dog. And old Stacy, man. That was cool, man. I don't know if she's on here or not, but it was cool to see my friend on here, or you know what I mean? Somebody I know used to be in my circle and stuff. And she hooked me up with a thing, a super. And yeah, what up, Stacy? How you doing? Um, let's see. Yeah, just in case. Yeah, them people, man. Listen, bro, I got some family like that, man. Um, out in Mississippi, and they same way. Like when you put, like, it was like my granddaddy's one of my granddaddy's brothers or sisters or something. It was my granddaddy's sister, I think, or great granddaddy's sister or whatever. And she had a bunch of kids, and they was all slow, like Timmy and them. And on after like 6 or 7, this was back in the 50s or 60s. They went in. She was slow too, you know. And when they went into the last baby, they fixed her and didn't even tell her. Nowadays, they'd get sued for that, but they was like, hell no, because every baby she had, the state had to pay for it. And so they was like, no. After 7, they was like, that's it. Then they just went ahead and tied her tubes and didn't even tell her nothing. And you know, what's nowadays they wouldn't be able to do that. But yeah, man, thank y'all. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. One night I had some people. They was cutting up, and but I just hit that button on them. You know what I mean? They get on here, and I figured out how to knock them out or whatever, block them or hide them or whatever. So as soon as they pop up, I just go on click it and But no, man, y'all. What y'all? Let's see, Western North Carolina, Stephen Cope. Man, y'all still getting over all that damage y'all got, man, from the hurricane or whatever? Asheville, wasn't it? Got hit real hard. Man, ain't that crazy how the water just flooded that mountain like that, man? Like the water come out of the mountains, man. Like I ain't never heard of it flooding like that in the mountains. You know, it always now when we lived down in the bottoms down there with when my mom was married to Steve, we had all bottom land on the Flint River, man. Every time it would rain, it would flood our fields. It'd flood the house sometimes. But man, I ain't never heard of it flooding up in Appalachia, up in the mountains. But hey, I seen on the thing where India come out and admitted that they did some chemtrails the other day because they're trying to get some rain to knock the pollution, the smog down. And they did the chemtrails, but it hadn't rained yet or whatever. Ain't that crazy, man? So that lets you know they're doing it, man. So that's crazy. Georgia, yeah. Active Air Force. Hey, man, no lie. I go in Walmart all the time, and because that's all we got up here is a Walmart. And anybody I see got a hat on, military hat, I tell them straight up, hey, man, thank you for your service. And I always tell them, but yeah, thank you, bro. Got hammered with that hurricane. Yeah, oh yeah, that was a big one out there, I think. Yeah, Crypto Minnow, he's all right dude. I think it's a dude. I don't know if it's a dude or yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I can tell by the way he's talking. This is a guy. So sometimes you don't know by a handle, man. I've been calling people stuff before thinking on how tough is the new Trump prison. Oh, you talking about that one they opened down in Florida? Yeah. That's a wild prison, man. Good luck. No, bro, you straight. Hey, on Trump's Island, though, good luck trying to escape, bro. You got to swim them gators, man. But some fool will try it. Somebody watch and see. Any prison you got, I don't care how you can't get out of ADX Florence out in Colorado, but yeah, somebody will try it. Watch and see. Shoot, they might be some them immigrant dudes know how to swim a river with alligators in it. You know what I mean? Because they live for real. They live down there with alligators and stuff. You know what I mean? Like they might know how to maneuver with them in there. Yeah, they just kind of fixed it up. And yeah, I got you. Aldo Rain. What that movie? Inglorious Bastards. That was a good movie. Oh, Brad Pitt. He can play a good part sometimes. I like some of his movies. Yeah, sometimes it'll like I'll just be reading people's comments and it'll say this message is held for review or this message is blah or something. I don't know. It won't be in white caps like y'all's. It'll be in a some kind of I don't know like a light black looking writing. Hartzell, man, yeah, I know. A guy I used to work with when I got out of prison. His son, his name's Marquise Tapscott. We worked together. He had a son. They call him Mookie, and then he got another little boy named Marcus. He should be a senior in high school or just graduated. Both of them was real good in sports. But yeah, I used to work with them at a plumbing supply place. Good dude. Good daddy, raised them boys up. He's a good dude. And my brother's good friends with what's his name? Clay Styles from out there. My brother and Clay Styles played little league football together, and then my brother ended up playing at UNA, won a national championship, Division II. And he told me that here recently, him and old Clay had kind of reconnected. You know Clay Styles. What's up, Ricky Cup? How you doing, bro? I figured I'd do a little live. Yeah, yeah, man. I tripped out. I thought they was talking about saying like people couldn't bet. And then I realized what they were saying. The SEC was saying they don't want players betting, and I was like, man, how can you say you can't? These folks ain't bet, And hey, man, check out what I did, y'all. I sent underdogs a message and told them that I wanted my money back from where I'd played all them games and them players was cheating. They gave me a $20 free ticket yesterday, so I played that one all right. Man, I ain't even got a girl, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got burnt. Listen, I know it's gonna sound cliche or whatever, but man, listen, I got burnt so bad in a divorce, bro. It it done me down. You know what I mean? Like it made me just like, bro, it threw me for a whole loop, man. I thought my life was planned, bro. I thought that I done had it figured. Like I bought a house, man, and it was a whole scam the whole time. There was somebody else she was waiting on. I had a kid with her and everything. Bought a mobile home, 2,000 square foot. Now I have to go get my kid over there with dude. She waited on dude to get out of prison 8 years, and then married him. And now I have to go over there and get my kid and look at him over there mowing the grass and building a shop and stuff. It is what it is. But like, yeah, man. That divorce, I was like, hell no, man. And then I had to go through a custody battle, bro. I'm gonna tell you, that family court shit's for the birds, man. You ain't gonna win. Man. You already lost before you even walked up in the family court. I'm gonna tell you, that's just facts around here. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption is one of the best movies ever made. Yeah, but I mean, for real, it's in one of my top 10, probably top, movies ever. It was a really, that's one of my daddy. I remember when I first watched that, man. I was about 10 years old. Yeah, about 1990, I think it was. I think that's right. I think I was about 10, but my dad watched it with me, and he had already seen it, and he asked me if I wanted to watch a good movie, and I was like, yeah. And he put it on. We watched it, man, and I was like, dang. But yeah, I watched that when I was real young. I think I was around 10, around 1990. I don't know if I'll have to check and make sure when it came out, but I think it was around that time. Um, let's see here. Man, it hurts, man. I mean, for real. All I heard was, ain't nobody ever bought me a home for me and my kids. And I'm like, I went and sold my family home, bought a trailer, put the underpinning on it, built a back deck, paid all the debt off for the furniture and everything. And then 8 months down the road, got the law showed up and evicted me. And then we got divorced. She got it. I didn't. I had like nearly 30 grand in it, man. I only got 5 back. And then I gave her 1,000 of it back because it was close to Christmas time. And I felt bad and still loved her and wanted to give her some money to buy her kids Christmas. So I gave her. So really, I only got 4,000 back. Boy, I was a sucker, man. I wanted my family so bad. Like I wanted to be a family so bad that I let myself get some sucker shit done on me, man. But I learned my lesson. It is what it is. I learned that one thing, that if you don't fool with them, you ain't got to deal with that other. You know what I mean? Because I still have to deal with that sometimes, and I ain't even with her. You know what I mean? But I got, Anyway, what's up, Huskers? How you doing, man? Stacy, yeah, Green Mile's man. I seen Green Mile. That's crazy. I'm saying this, but I remember where I seen Green Mile. I was in Bradford Rehab out in Madison, Alabama. When I seen the Green Mile. Top 3 movies. Oh man. Top 3 movies. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I like I ain't gonna lie. I like this Alto Nights that just came out. I mean, it ain't one of the top, but I mean, it was a good one. And there's so many good ones up, man. I watch all kind of movies, man. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna tell you one of the best movies I ever seen in my life. And if you ever go watch it, I'm telling you, bro. If it don't make you feel some type of way, it's called House of D. And man, I just happened to be flipping through stars one day and I found it. It's called House of D, like the letter D, dog. And man, it's got Robin Williams in it. Y'all, I watched this movie and I'm going to tell you what, it fucked me up, y'all. It is one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life, man. For real. If you ever get a chance, go watch it. House of D. Got Robin Williams in it. Oh man, listen, I had the cops. The thing about the cops, I showed, I had and the snow and stuff like that. My phone showed up that I had to delete some storage. Man, I was running out of storage, so I had to go back and delete a bunch of old photos and stuff that wasn't no good. And a lot of them I was like, or videos and stuff, and I was like, hell, man, instead of deleting this, I'll just make a short out of it, you know. And so I made some shorts out of them old videos from years ago. Like a couple years ago, an old boy was riding that motorcycle up there, and I'd have missed it, but he laid it down one time, and I was like, damn, I wish I could have got that. But um, yeah, Dazed and Confused. That was the old school one, man. I remember we used to burn and sit back and watch that one. That was back when we'd pass one around, and back in the day, boy. Um, how you doing, bro? You say you about to become a correctional officer, man. Just uh, don't take no shit, but don't like, you know, come off. I mean, you ain't got to come off soft or nothing, but like you ain't got to, throw your weight around or nothing. A lot of times you earn respect just by how you interact with folks and stuff. Like once you ever get the respect of the inmates, bro, you good. Somebody could jump on you and and the inmates would help you. Certain COs just that way, man. They cool enough that if somebody was started jumping on one of them, somebody would at least be like, "No, bro, stop that, man," and not let them, you know. But then a lot of them were they let them go to do the thing. But yeah, man, just like I said, be you and try, sometimes try to think, damn, what if I was in this jacked up situation? I mean, I know these dudes ain't no angels, but like, um, you know, could I cut this dude a little slack over a damn turkey sandwich or something? You know what I mean? Like, boy, old Sergeant McCovery, boy, man, he didn't play, man. That dude, he found an egg sandwich in my box one time. I bought it from the kitchen, and he was gonna write me up because you ain't supposed to take food out of the kitchen, but everybody does it. And he found an egg sandwich, man, was gonna write me up for it. I was like, damn, man. But he ended up not doing it. But I had to throw it away. So, but you'll be all right, brother. Hell, just hang in there. If you gotta, I mean, if you got to do something, do what you got to do. I mean that's part of the job. I mean, if but sometimes, man, people they'll try you, and then depending on how you respond to how they try you, a lot of times they won't try you again if you handle yourself in a good way, and they see it, they'll be like, oh yeah, he's he ain't he all right. So and but yeah, you'll be good, brother. Uh, let's see. All right, crypto. Hey man, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll probably keep this one a little shorter than that, about an hour or something. But I'm glad you showed up, man. Thank you for everything, dude. And yeah, we'll do another one. We got the weekend coming up. I'll see you on that one. I was trying to think of some more good movies. Man, I know I've watched some good shows, man. I'll tell y'all some of my favorite shows in life. Ozarks was one of the baddest shows ever, man. Sopranos was one of the I still Game of Thrones, man. I used to make fun of people for watching Game of Thrones. I used to work with these dudes and I made fun of them. And then I ended up watching it, and I've done watched it like 10 times now from front. And man, Game of Thrones is badass. I'm just, yeah. And I used to joke on them dudes. Hey, bro, thank you, man. Bro, you all right for that, man? I'm trying to hit every button I can. Give it up. Bro, I hope I hit everything I can for you. I tried. Let's see. Yeah. Man, thank you. Thank you, dog. Uh, yes, sir. Oh, shit. I thought I was typing, but I wasn't, bro. Hell, my bad. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, that's what's up right there, dude. Side. Hey. Um, Man, y'all know I still ain't ever watched Breaking Bad. Me and my daddy started watching it one time, and my dad's watched it. My daddy loved it, and what's crazy is my daddy, he's like totally against drugs and stuff. You know what I mean? So it was weird, like for him to start be telling me about it and stuff. But we started watching it one time, and I hadn't been out of prison long, and so I was just like, no, man, let's find something else, and then I just never did get around to watching it. But I've been watching Tulsa King, man. I love that show. I think Stallone, man, he's playing like to be his age and stuff, and like supposedly like he was washed up, bro. He plays a hell of a part that playing that general or whatever, the white man Freddy, man. He knows how to play that part for real. That's a good show, man. Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. That's another good one. And I was watching Task on HBO, but I let my HBO go and got Paramount. So I should have kept HBO. HBO is a lot better. I guess it was because I like to watch. I watched Boardwalk Empire over again. I like Succession. That's a wild ass show, man. And I'll tell you something that's funny. And yeah, I mean, maybe it ain't the right thing to do toward God or whatever. But there's a show called The Righteous Gemstones. Man, it's the funniest thing I've ever. I mean, it's crazy, man. Y'all ever seen Righteous Gemstones? Yeah, my bad, Stacy. I couldn't see y'all's comments, bro. My bad. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I started watching it with my dad, and I don't know. They was getting supplies, and I was like, nah, man, let's just watch something else. So we and I still hadn't watched it. I need to watch it. I know it's a good show. I just had never what I don't know. Bone Tomahawk. Hey, I tell you, one of my favorite shows ever was Deadwood. I don't know if you've ever watched Deadwood, but if you like Western or if you like just good movies, man, Deadwood, they did a series and then they come back and did a movie supposedly like 20 years later. And man, I'm going to tell you what, Deadwood is one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. I like 1883 and man, I ain't ever watched. I don't really do a whole lot of westerns, but I like those. I'm like Yellowstone. Yellowstone was a badass show, man. That was one of my favorite shows. Um, Boy, they didn't play, man. Shoot. Oh, Casey Dutton and them, man, they didn't play. They could ride down the road and shoot you up and everything. It's not getting no trouble. But for real, it was it was a good show though. I used to watch Sunday night, man. Couldn't wait to sit down and watch Yellowstone. I watched that Waco, man, and I've seen it before, but y'all, oh man, that was crazy messed up what they did to them women and children, man. They literally killed them. Man, and what's crazy is they asked hey, where's the women and children at? And they said there's heat signatures in the bunker. And y'all, they gassed that bunker until it just killed all them babies and stuff, man. And don't get me wrong, I ain't saying dude was messed up. Old Koresh, he was a throwed off guy. But like, man, they should have got at least got them women and stuff out of there. Something, I don't know. But I don't know. It just made me feel some type of way, man. You know, nobody wants to see a child hurt like that, man. Especially when it could be avoidable or whatever. So, hey, boy, they sending them hearts out. I appreciate it. Trying to see to make sure I ain't missed nobody. I like to always try to make sure I give everybody a shout out. They would have put him in some kind of protective unit because he's so high profile. He would have probably been in there with like cops and stuff because he's nonviolent. Like he wouldn't beat up a cop or nothing if he was in a dorm with him. I mean, I wouldn't think so. I mean, the sheriff, you seen how he was, or what the show depicted him as. Like the sheriff didn't even have to wear a gun around him. I mean, man, the government pulled up at his front door and started shooting. I mean, the guy shot back. I mean, what are you supposed to do, man? You can't pick and choose who attacks you. I mean, you can only pick and choose if you're going to defend yourself, you know, like, I don't know. That was just a crazy thing. Baywatch, boy, I used to love watching that Baywatch. Pamela Anderson, I used to think she was so fine. She was the finest thing ever, man. And now, boy, like I seen a picture of her lately, and I was like, golly, that's her now. Because man, she used to be bad to the bone. Clint Eastwood. He's got the he's got the westerns on lock. Him and old John Wayne. But old Clint, man, I remember one time when I was a boy. I don't know how old, 10, 11, 12, something. I watched a movie called Hang 'em High, where they hung him and it made a scar around his throat. And he went and hunted all of these dudes down and hung every one of them. Like he was a badass. But that's the only Clint Eastwood movie I've ever seen. I don't know. Westerns ain't ever really been my thing. What's up, Texas, Alabama? Rick Dawg, how you doing? Fishing with Brantley. Art Rock 75. Man, make sure I don't miss none of y'all. I get sometimes, man. I get thrown off on here looking at this. I forget to say I forget to say the name. You just working? I hear you, man. Y'all just be listening to me at work and stuff. I know that's what I used to do when I was at the plumbing place. Like I put my phone in my pocket and put a little ear thing on, and I Bluetooth it, and I just be walking around working, but I'd have that thing listening. Yeah, just yeah. I used to always listen to sports talk radio or something, politics or something. I'd find something, or I just watch videos off YouTube sometimes, and just listen to music. I've never heard of that, man. I've never really listened to AM radio much. I know there's some people that still fool with it and still keep it going, you know. What do they talk about on it, man? Is it politics or is it just like general talk or something? Or is it music? Oh, I got you. Yeah. Man, I was thinking about something the other day. Do y'all remember back? I don't know. I'm 44. I'll be 45 next month. Man, do y'all remember back in like 92, 91, 92, when you would call the radio station, son, and now you done called your girl up and told her, hey, put it on 104.3 ZYP and be listening. I'm finna call in. And boy, you call in and make that request. Damn, KC and Jodeci was back in the day, boy. Hey, give it up, son. Y'all remember that when you used to have to listen to the radio and you could hear, like, you could call in and request a song for your girl and give a little, a little message or whatever. You hear your buddies on there and stuff. And man, I was thinking about that other day, man. That was some. I used to love those times, man. I had tape players, bro. My mom and them always had me a good stereo cassette. 15 million viewers, man. That's deep. Oh man, man, I had a dude when I first got there. He rolled up on me in the dorm, and he rolled up on all the white dudes in the dorm. He had a brown sack, and then he had another guy with him, and he pulled up. He was pulling up on all these white dudes. He was going like, "What you got for me?" And I seen a couple dudes like throw a soup in a bag and stuff, and I just got there, and I'd only got one little store, just like some cigarettes and stuff, and so the dude pulled up on me. I was sitting down. He was like, "What you got, homie?" And I was like, "I ain't got nothing, man." And he was like, "You ain't got nothing?" And I was like, "Bro, I ain't got nothing, man." And he was like, "So them folks is lying down there. You ain't got no cigarettes in that box?" And I was like, "Look, man, I ain't got nothing, bro. I ain't got nothing for you." And he's like, "All right, I'm gonna be back." And then he made his way around the dorm doing that same stuff. And then the next thing I know, he was over there into a fight with some dude, a white dude, or whatever. And then they ended up going to lockup. So I never heard nothing else again. But that was it. No, not really. Well, yeah, man, you would have your buddies, man, because everybody knew it was store day. And like I had buddies like that. I didn't get high, but they did sometimes. And they might be like, "Damn, Cliff, man, hey, when you get your store, man, will you throw me a little something?" And because I didn't care to look out for my friends, man, And I knew another dude in there. I knew he was from Huntsville. He was old sissy. He used to wash clothes, and I would pay him to wash my clothes and stuff. And sometimes, man, like he'd come down there and drop the clothes off, and he'd be like, "Cliff, man, I'm dope sick, man. I just be like, here, man, go get you some." You know what I mean? And I just give him a couple soups or whatever. And like I didn't ever did loan it to folks, because if you loan it to them, then if they don't pay you back, you got to do something about it, or you're gonna look weak. If you just give it to them, then ain't nothing. You ain't got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, listen, I remember for real. What's up, Brian, Rick Dog? I remember this time of night right here, man. My mom and them's in there. I got the bedroom door shut, locked, so they won't come in there. And I'm already talking to my little girlfriend, 7th grade, 8th grade, or whatever, on the phone with her. And I'm like, "Hey, cut it on the radio, and I'm gonna call you back." And I call the radio, man. Sometimes you'll call and just call over and over and over, and you'll finally get that ring, and you sit there and you do that little pick a song, request a song. I remember doing Boys to Men, KC and Jodeci. Man, all back in the day. What was the other? Silk. Man, I remember that though. Listen to the radio, and then like everything changed. It went to CDs. CDs was all right, and now it's just whatever I got on my phone. YouTube basically is what I listen to, or the radio. Man, I remember my old house phone number, man. We had the same, and what's crazy, we had the same number for 100 years, man. And then when we finally got rid of it, it went dormant for about 20 years. And then a family member of mine moved back to New Hope or whatever, and then they got the same number. So it's still in the family. But we had one of them old brown, tan color phones that you stick the ear part on the receiver. You pull it up, and then you dial a number, and you let it, you dial it to 6 over to the thing, then let go, and it roll back, and then you spin it around again with the 8, and it flip back. Yeah, man, that's all we had for shit. From the time I was born, man, till the time I was We was probably 15 or 16 year old, 95 or 96 before we ever got a cordless phone. But we had that same phone forever, man. Only phone we had growing up for real was that. I mean, with that one. Well, at my daddy's house it was. Now at my mom and them's house, like my mom and them was cool enough. They got me my own phone number, man. I had my own little line. Yeah, CDs were good, man. I liked CDs because you could, you could put them in that case, man, and you could make a good collection. Yeah, I remember dial-up internet too, Stacy. I hated that freaking sound it made, man. Like it gives me like, oh my god, I hated that sound when it dials up or whatever. Like, man, that no beep beep beep. Like, ugh. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all what I made. What's up, Brian? Brian in the house, baby. Man, I made some chili tonight, y'all, and that shit was so good, man. Just a simple recipe too, man, and it was off the chain. It's cold here today, man. Cold and raining. It's like 50 degrees, but the wind and the rain makes it feel like 42 or something, man. It ain't worth a flip out there. Yeah. I mean, winter just like rolled, man. But the way it is around here, like today it'd be, 48 for the high, and tomorrow it might be 63 for the high, and then. But I reckon it's supposed to. We got a cold front going to be coming in, and I think it's going to get down in the 30s and stuff in the next week coming up. So you in Central Georgia, you up above Atlanta. Let's see. Okay, 8 tracks. Man, my dad, he had to go to Germany back in like 1970 in the Navy. And man, he had all these reel to reels. He had like the Bee Gees when they first come out. The Bee Gees were way big over there in Europe before they ever come to America. But when they got to America, they were like the Beatles almost. And my dad he had brought all that music back before they ever started coming over here and touring. Like he'd come home on leave and he would leave those 8 tracks of the Bee Gees that nobody else had, because they played overseas and stuff. It was hard to get their music. And my daddy would bring that stuff home and leave it. And man, he had all kind of good stuff from when he was in the Navy. Went to Philippines, Germany, all kind of Alaska. Gainesville, Georgia. Ain't that where what's the name dude that played quarterback at Clemson from? The one that got caught at all the massage parlors trying to get them happy endings. I think he beat Bama one year, man. Had me all in my feelings. What's the old boy's name? I can't think of it. He signed that big contract with the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, him. Boy, I'll tell you what, when he was at Clemson, man, he didn't play the radio, Bubba. Man, that sucker, he hurt my feelings a million nights, man. I'm like, damn, can't they do nothing with him? Man, he was tough, bro. Whew. I think we got y'all one year and y'all got us the next year. I think something like that. I remember we onside kicked y'all one year and throwed it off coming out of the second half, and that set the momentum. Those were some hella matchups, man. Saban and Dabo back in the day. That was some good matchups. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all what, man. I made a video today, but I didn't post it with y'all. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man, for real. Ryan Grubb is fixing to be one and done at Alabama, especially if they make a run and go deep in the playoffs or make the Natty or even win it all. Bro, you cannot tell me that with all those jobs that's open out there, that somebody is not finna come scoop him up and pay him a bunch of money. I'm telling you, he's fixing to be gone. And I hate it, man, because the board can't win without Grubb. I mean, just can't. He already proved it. To really have everything clicking and stuff with the board, he's got to have Grubb calling the offense. But together now, they're a machine. Don't get me wrong. Together they can click, buddy. But when they not together, it's so man, believe it or not, my hustle was writing letters. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't have to hustle, and a lot of times I didn't even take payment for it. If people wanted to pay me, they could. If they didn't, I didn't care. But I wrote letters. I knew how to spell and do punctuation and stuff like that. So a lot of people didn't, wasn't that good at writing and stuff like that. So a lot of times you got to file motions and stuff to judges, and you got to write parole officers and court people. So you want it to look, you want it to look like you know what you're talking. You don't want it to look, you know what I'm saying. So people would just tell me what they needed done, and I would write it for them. And then, man, what happened was there was this one dude I was a black dude I was friends with, and we was cutting up one day, and he said, Clif, he said, man, can you write a letter to the parole board for me? And I was like, yeah. And man, it was probably more luck than me. And I wrote a letter for him, and the parole board granted him and actually let him keep his original parole date. So it was a win. And he come running back in there going, man, Clif got my parole date. Well, and then everybody was like, oh shit, hey bro, can you write this for me? And so I just kind of wrote letters for folks, and like I said, if I didn't charge a couple suits. I mean, hell, it wasn't nothing. I just enjoyed helping folks out, man. That was another, like I said, man, I had some respect in there, but I would go out of my way. I'd help folks, white, black, whatever. It didn't matter. You need a motion filed, bro, I'll help you out. I can't promise you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you that they going to do nothing about it. All I can do is write it for you, and I'll be glad to help you, but, don't think just what happened with old boy was more, I think, luck than anything. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I had a dude one day come in there and want to know who, big old dude, talking about who's Clif. And man, I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, I get me. He was like, hey, man, I need you to write a letter. I was like, damn, bro, can you just say that right off the bat? This dude was a monster, man. I was like, God. But, yeah, it wasn't nothing, man. Right? Hey, what's up, John boy? How you doing, brother? Hey, man, I hope everything goes good for you, man. I enjoy this little channel, man. I didn't even have my daddy gave me a damn gaming computer that's got, he was going to get into deer hunting videoing, and I guess he just changed his mind, and so he had all this equipment, and he was like, son, why don't you take this stuff and make some videos or something? He wanted me to make like deer hunting videos or something. And I just started talking about prison and shit, and just telling no crazy stuff I've done in my life, man. And hell, and it just took off, man. People think, I mean, it's, what's a TOH, huh? I did have somebody, I mean, I'm sorry, I thought that said another name. I don't know what TOH is. Now, I did have somebody try to run game at me, but I straightened that up. It wasn't nothing to that. And that was it. That was that time, and I never did. No, man, it wasn't nothing. I never had no problem. When I first got there, I had a dude that was a creep. He tried to pull up on me, and I just told him, look, man, I don't do that. I don't get down like that. And he kind of, woofed around, and then nothing ever come of it. And then nothing, nobody ever said anything to me ever about anything like that again, So I never did have to fight, I don't know. I just stayed out of the way, let prison be prison, and I just sat back. I don't know. I watch a lot of those YouTubers where they say like, oh man, as soon as you get to prison, you got to get a knife and you got to go put in work. And I'm like, damn, I'm like, man, hell, when I first got there, all you had to do was, just work. Because hey, when you first get there, if you ain't got some size on you, there's gonna be several of them come at you. You know what I mean? Now, if you got decent size or whatever, then a lot of times, you might have one or two, but most time when you got some size and stuff, don't really know nobody really, I ain't saying they won't. I'm just saying like most of the time, if somebody's, kind of thick and broad shoulder or whatever, got 200 pounds or whatever, most time people won't. Um, but boy, if you 100, 110, whew. Now I tell you what, I seen some Tesla hearts in there. Um, I seen a dude wanted to join up on one of the white gangs one time. And the dude told him, said, well, if you want to join up so bad, says, you see old boy right over there. He said, you go over there and whoop him. Well, shit, he went over there and swung on dude, man, and they locked up out there by the softball field right in the middle of the track out there at Ventress. There's a walkway down through there in the softball field. Shit, them dudes was over there just duking it out, man. And come to find out, the dude he went and sent him to hit was one of his bros. And they were just checking him out to see if he really about it or not. I was like, dude, are you serious? That's your part. That's your man that you just sent him over there to. He was like, yeah. I was like, damn, okay. But no, I never, man, and that's crazy. I worked out with those guys, and I actually sat and listened to a conversation one time that I can't even believe they had it with me sitting there. It was official shit, and they said, and they did it with me sitting there, and then but like I said, they were country like I was, so like I looked past all that stuff. Like I didn't care if they was in it, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't in a gang, so I didn't have no code or none of that. There's a lot of stuff I didn't stand for that they did or whatever. But at the same time, I mean, I grew up country, they grew up country, so we had a lot in common, So I mean, you naturally just kind of gravitate to each other. But as far as getting into business and stuff, no, I didn't. I never did. I think a lot of people at the camp actually even thought like because I hung with them, or you know what I mean? Like that's who I know. They were in my dorm, and they actually got me a spot on the weight pile. So I was glad of that, man. It's hard to get a spot to work out in prison. You gotta know somebody to be able to work out. So the day old boy said, "Hey boy, get your shit. We're going to work out." I was like, "Let's go." But no, they never did come at me though. A lot of times, and that's what you always heard. I heard you always hear like if you're white, like they gonna come at you with that, with the bro stuff or whatever. And man, I was right there with the main dude, man. Like, and they never once ever even. I was just their friend, man, and they never said a word to me about joining or nothing. And like I said, they had a conversation one time about some whole official stuff that I probably shouldn't even have heard. But they went, and I was like, damn, man. Like, I don't even want to know this. Like, But I seen I seen two dudes join up a gang. And then we all got out of prison. Now, it wasn't one of the white gangs. It was an offset of the GDs. And a gang out of Mississippi or whatever. And two dudes joined it. I think call it Simon City. I think what they call it. Simon City Royals. That's it. Two dudes joined it. Two little dudes that was in there with us that rode the van, and they was at Kilby with us. Like we knowed each other, and they was in our circle. And they were best buddies, man. They stayed high all the whole time we were in SAP class. And they joined up. Well, then I found out years later, one of them was in county jail on a murder charge, and he was wanting to be done with that life. And the people in the county jail was like, "No, bro, you done signed up. You ain't no getting out of it." And I reckon he got a couple good beatings and stuff. And then I think his mom had to call and get him moved to a solitary or whatever. And so that's why right there you don't join up gangs, because man, that shit stick with you even in a county jail. You think you think because it's done been 8 or 10 years and you done growed up a little bit that you out of it or whatever, but that ain't the way they see it. But so you gotta you either gotta be in it for life or not. So you did 3 brain surgeries, or you had 3? Oh, how I've changed 3. I'm sorry. Doing the least TV. Go ahead. I don't care, man. Talk shit. We good. Now y'all. Let me see what Brian was saying there. Yeah, Georgia got a chance. They probably gonna make the playoffs. Yeah, I guarantee you, Georgia will probably be in it. Man, what else y'all got going on tonight? I know I'm fixing to get ready to lay it down here in a little bit, another hour or two. Man, listen, I've enjoyed talking with y'all and stuff, man. I always enjoy doing lives with y'all, and all the videos and shorts and everything, man. Y'all good folks. I appreciate everybody that. All right, okay. I appreciate it, man. I'll go. I'll check it out. Yes, getting up there, man. I was looking at it earlier, like it was like 1950. I was like, man, ain't that something? I never would have thought that in a million years, y'all. Um, wow, it's weird how things work, man. The craziest stuff ever. Yeah, I do have dreams sometimes. I had a dream back in well, it was back in the summer, and I jumped plumb out of the bed. Yeah, that shit hurt, man. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I had covers and all on, and I jumped up out. I jumped out into the hardwood floor, man. And it wasn't like no home rape or what, you know what I mean. It wasn't no nothing like that. It was just like being in there, and I don't know. It just freaked me out, man. But occasionally, yeah, I have dreams, man, and man, I wish I knew, man. I ain't, bro. Ever since I got divorced, I ain't gonna lie, man. It set me down. I ain't even. I tried to get out there one time, and I got with this old girl, and man, she was cool and all, and everything was on the up and up. And like, man, she was playing too. She did exact. She was doing the exact same thing the other one was. Straight line about everything, man. And then after that, after 2 times in a row, I said, "That's it. I'm done." But everything, bro. I drove to her. I drove up her house one day. Her and another dude coming out of the house just sent me a text telling me how much she loved me forever, and we always gonna be together and stuff. And I go to her. I knew something was. I knew it was something was up, and rode up there just to check. Her and dude coming out of the house. I stopped in the yard. I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" She told me to get the F on, and never ghosted me out. Never spoke to me again, man. I was just like, bro, it can't be like it. And after that, I ain't gonna lie. Well, I had some hatred. Golly, man, I had some bad. It's took me a long time to work on this shit, man. Like I've had to really, man, man, I ain't gonna lie. Let's see. I appreciate it, man. Man, I'm telling you, man, relationships really get me when you. I mean, bro, you think you know somebody, you sharing a bed with somebody, like, you know what I mean, like you, and then you find out that it ain't none of it meant nothing. Like it was, you know what I mean, like you like what? Had one chance in my life to buy a brand new home, and had no idea that I was right in the middle of a game, a scam, and got sucked right into it, man. And now it's done. Ain't nothing. It's over with now. Ain't nothing I can do about it. You know, I laugh about it, I guess. Hey, I appreciate it, Brian. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, them data centers ain't no good, man. They gonna mess up the community. I know it. Everywhere they go, they start drying up all the water sources and shit. That ain't good for the community, man. You got to have water in the ground. That's Then we got all this building and stuff too. They got all these houses using between the data center and all the houses being built. Man, I don't think the electricity grid can hold it. And then plus, it makes our bills go up because it's using so much power. You know what I mean? Like, no, I hadn't been on paper in a long time, Brandon. I did most of my sentence, and then did just a little bit of time on parole. Let's see. Yeah, man, I don't like living. I mean, I don't like being alone. I want a partner and all that. I want a girl, man, but I don't. I don't know. I don't get out and go nowhere and I ain't just had the luck like I used to. Man, I pick a woman up in a grocery store, anywhere, gas station, a damn car or what. It didn't matter where I was at, man. I used to be a boy. I'm telling y'all, when I used to be high, I used to be on. I was a pistol, son. I was a character. Talk more shit than three Chinese men. Yeah, hell no. They offered me a split one, and I was like, no, just give me the 10. I could have been home in a year, but I didn't want to do them 9 years. I didn't want to have to do 3 or 4 years on paper, and then if you mess up, you got to go do that 9. I was like, hell no, just give me a 10, and then I'll be straight. And they come back the next day and said, you got your 10. And I was gone. Oh, what's up, Carpenter? How you doing, bro? Yeah, a lot of us are, man. That's just naturally you get that euphoria and stuff. You want to. I'm same way, man. Oh, back when I used to, man, when I used to do that stuff, I was the exact same way. Man, I used to take I used to get misdemeanors all the time when I was younger, and I would take probation and shit all the time. And then I'd end up failing drug tests and stuff, or get another little misdemeanor. And now you in trouble with the pro. And finally, I got to the point where I just started asking them, "How many days is this?" And they'd be like, "Oh, I'll be 60. All right, let me do him." And I just go do it. You know what I mean? You got it as a criminal. You'll get to a certain age where you'll just be like, "Hey, man, just give me the little 30 days in jail, and I'll call it even. That way, I ain't got to pay all that money and shit." Oh man, I'm doing better. I'm taking the antibiotics and stuff, so everything's working. What's up, Diggy? How you doing, bro? Yeah. Um, that's it's got its advantages, disadvantages, man. Yeah, you ain't got nobody around, but you also ain't got any bullshit around either. So, I mean, it's pick your poison, you know. But I know that there's gonna come a day I'll meet the right person, you know. Um, my confidence ain't as good as it used to be though, with my teeth being jacked up or whatever, you know. I mean, I'm not missing teeth or nothing. It's just they're the dope just eat them up. Um, it's just decaying or whatever. You know, they're going bad. Um, like I got every top tooth. You know, that just they in bad shape. So, but back in the day, I used to be I'm telling you, I used to be a card boy. I used to do some of the wildest shit you ever seen in your life, man. Sometimes, most time I get away with it, a lot of times I get caught too. Yeah, Brian, I feel you. Man. I'm just taking it easy. Shit, it'll happen. The right one, it'll all work out like it's supposed to. It always does. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'll go look, bro. I hadn't even checked my email today. I'll go. I'll check it out though. Yeah, man. Everything's gonna work out like it's supposed to. Just gotta hang in there. Be patient. You know what I mean? Well, y'all, it's done got 8 o'clock on the weeknight. That's about 30 minutes. Almost my bedtime. Man, I go to bed early, y'all. I don't know why. I go to bed early, get up early. So yeah. Oh man, yeah. You ain't got to do all that. I enjoy having you here, man. I really appreciate it. Oh, shout out to Stacy, man. That's my girl. I've been knowing her for a while and stuff. Good person, and I appreciate you for real. Yeah, man. Everything going. We gonna be all right. Man, listen, I appreciate all y'all jump on here tonight and stuff. And shit, it's Wednesday. Let me see. Bama ain't got no game this weekend. I'll get something together Friday. I'll schedule it for Saturday, and we'll jump on here Saturday and do another one. Talk a little football and see what's going on. It's starting to get interesting now. They starting to get the playoff rankings and all that going on. So we'll have plenty to talk about. There might be some upsets this weekend too, boy. Bama, that's what we need. We need some of them top teams to get licked. That move us right on up. So, but hey, I appreciate all of y'all, man. Listen, we finna hit 2,000. All of us, we're gonna hit it together. I'm down. We a team now. Y'all, my team. We all together right here. So we all finna clock that 2K. Y'all the ones make it happen, and I appreciate it, man. I, y'all man, listen, y'all keep on doing good, man. I'm gonna keep on making y'all videos and shorts and cutting up and doing everything. Well, all you know how I do. And I appreciate y'all, and I'll get back on here Saturday. We'll all get together on Saturday. Y'all check me out. I'll do the time on Friday evening or Friday. That way we all know. But I appreciate all y'all. Y'all have a good night. Hit the like button before I leave. Boom, baby. Hold on, I hit the heart too. All of them festive. Stacy, you have a good night too. Oh yeah, I hear y'all. Y'all hitting them. That's what's up. Shit, cold and rainy. I'm finna have to cut the heater on. Matter of fact, and I don't want to because that bad boy sucks some power up. But I can't sleep cold. So, well, all right then, y'all. Hey, I appreciate it, and I'll catch y'all on here on Saturday. All right, y'all. Skydiving. I'll catch y'all again on Saturday. All right. All right, y'all.